Welcome to Once Upon a Hot Take. I'm your co-host Jordan.
And I'm your other co-host, Leah.
Fairy tales are just the beginning. This is the podcast all about, you guessed it, our hot takes on books you love and love to hate.
We're covering everything from fantasy to sci-fi, romance to thrillers. We have a variety of segments we plan to cover, but we're keeping it loose and fun.
So forget the deep dives. This is a podcast for unfiltered opinions and hot takes from two friends who read too much and talk even more.
Spoilers ahead, mateys! We are discussing all things The Silent Patient. And P.S., we are also adults, and we talk about some grown-up books and use some grown-up words about grown-up concepts. You've been warned, especially today we got some trigger warnings for depression and suicide.
So if you have a book rec or hot take that differs from ours, we would absolutely love to hear from you. Send us an email at once.upon.a.hot.take@gmail.com and follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Once.Upon.a.Hot.Take.
And today's episode is The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides. Still did not look up how to say his last name, but that's what we're going with.
But before we get rolling into the book, let's start with a general hot take question. Leah, where is the best place to get a cup of coffee? But I'll give you a minute to consider your choice while I give you a little background on how I came up with this question. I was having dinner at my friend's house the other day, and somehow we got to talking about coffee. Mm-hmm. Her husband came in hot, saying he doesn't like Starbucks and that McDonald's has the best coffee.
Wait, what?
I know. I was flabbergasted by his take.
What? How? Okay.
I know.
All right.
So I immediately knew we had to discuss it.
Oh, yeah.
So Leah, give us your hot take on the best place to get a cup of coffee.
Okay. So I'm going, if just it's like a plain black hot coffee, I'm going Dunkin'. They've got the best like plain black coffee. If it's like a fancy drink, I'm probably doing Starbucks. And then shout out to the local coffee company here in Swamico called The Coffee Company. They're attached to the Station 1 brewery. And they have a divine iced honey latte. So good. Yep. Just got one yesterday.
I have not tried it.
It's delightful. It's so cute and cozy right next to the brewery thing. It's delicious.
Okay. Well, where was my invite to get this cup of coffee?
Well, I was getting it on the way to school, so I don't know if you wanted to take along with that.
Probably not. Okay. I think that those are all fair takes. Okay. Mine would be Starbucks. Like, I'm just a Starbucks girl.
Classic.
You go in my fridge. I have Starbucks cold brew coffee, Starbucks creamer. Oh. It's kind of an obsession.
So
of
you're
mine.
like, you're in the whole vibe.
Yeah, I am. But I would also just like to take a minute to talk about McDonald's coffee. Okay. The fact that he said it's the best is craziness. Okay. It is so hot when it comes out that you have to like let it sit for 10 minutes with the lid off before you can even sip it.
Yeah, I feel like there's been lawsuits about this.
Yeah, so it's way too hot. You practically have to chew it. There's nothing.
Yeah,
And they don't even give you flavored creamer options. I'm a flavored creamer person.
Yeah, so what are they even doing in there?
Just sugar and cream.
Oh, just sugaring it up.
Yep. No.
How do they even get it that hot? Like,
it's boiling.
It's in a boiling cauldron.
Yeah.
Of sludge. I bet that's why Nesta's so angry.
She starts her day with McDonald's coffee.
out of the cauldron. Gross. Yeah, really. Ugh. Who's going to McDonald's for their coffee?
No. That's like desperate times.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, now that we got that hot take off our chest, let's like dive into this. Leah, give us your nonverbal reaction to The Silent Patient.
Okay. Wow. And for those of you that can't see, I was doing the hand motions too.
It was beautiful.
Thank you.
I wish you could see my screen right now. I literally wrote, "What?"
Same. But then I did put the mind blow emoji to remind myself to blow it up at the end.
Yeah, which I love. I did not have that, and I think yours is better.
Oh, thank you. Well.
All right. So, Leah, give us our why this pick.
So, okay, we picked this because there's been a lot of chatter online about this book. We've been seeing it come up in our Bookstagram and Book Talk things, and then more personally to us, the Mays cousins were talking about this book, and they had a lot to say about it, and they were talking all about it. So to honor the Mays cousins, we decided to bring it up.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, Leah and I are cousin-in-laws.
Yeah.
I married into Leah's family. And so we're all in a group chat. I'm in a group chat with her cousins.
With the cousins. Yep.
Who I love to death.
Yeah.
So
it's a good time. And they got, you know what? They got good taste in books. So we've already gotten some good recommendations out of them. So
yes.
This one's for you, cousins. All right. Well, Jordan, why don't you give us a summary of what the heck we're talking about today?
I'm very excited to give you the summary. Ready?
Bring it.
We are reading through the lens of Theo. He is a psychotherapist who is obsessed with why Alicia killed her husband Gabriel and why she isn't talking. Yes, Alicia has been mute for 6 years. She never spoke a word to anyone since she killed her husband. Theo went as far as to take a job at the Grove, the facility where she was sentenced to serve out her time for the murder so that he could work with her. He convinced Diomedes, his new boss, to let him work with her. She viciously attacked him during their first session. But don't worry, panic button to the rescue. He then goes on to interview several key people in her life to try and figure out the mystery of Alicia. During this investigative journey, we are given several passages from Alicia's diary about these people in the weeks leading up to the murder. Meanwhile, we cut to Theo's home life, where he finds out his wife Kathy is having an affair.
Ooh, she did it dirty.
He's spinning out of control on what to do about it. Should he confront her? Should he leave her? Turns out the two timelines collide together.
That part was crazy.
And he is not just finding out about this affair while working at the Grove. Oh, no. This affair is what led up to the grisly murder of Gabriel. Gabriel and Kathy were having the affair. Turns out Theo is the real narcissist of the book. He was the one fucking Alicia because he wanted to tell her about the affair. But rather than ring the doorbell, he opted to sneak into the garden while wearing a ski mask, held Alicia at knife point, tied her and Gabriel to chairs, and then exposed the affair, untied Alicia, and left her with a gun, which she used to shoot Gabriel.
Bam! Yeah. All right. That was a good summary. So my overall thoughts, I have a lot of them, so we'll kind of chunk them here. So first off, I really liked how they had the whole thread of like, are people good or evil? Are they born good? You know, nature versus nurture. I like that. But dang, it makes it bleak for people who had like rough childhoods. The message that he's basically sending is if your parents screw you up, you're screwed for life. Like, look at Theo. He did everything right. He had a terrible childhood. He got out. He went to therapy. He became a therapist. He got a good paying job. He found love, and he still could not get out of his own head. Like, it doesn't seem like people have much of a chance there.
Yeah, and it was also interesting that his therapist friend, granny therapist,
yeah,
I can't remember her name, but she told him that he found a relationship that was like self-sabotaging.
Yep.
So yeah, it is really interesting how, as a therapist who analyzes people for like, that's what he set out to do, and he himself can't control like,
right,
you know,
himself even.
Yeah.
And then I'm either really dumb or Alex Michaelides is a really good writer because I did not see it coming. Like, even when Theo was creeping, and I never once made that connection, like, oh, Alicia's getting creeped on and Theo's also being a creeper. Never once did that cross my mind, like that could have intersected at all. But like, in my defense, when I read for pleasure, I go like a million miles an hour. Like, I'm speed reading. Like, I gotta know. I gotta find out what's happening. And I knew this one was going to be a thriller, so I even like had my antennas up to find the twist, and I couldn't get it. So miserable fail, but I don't feel bad about it because it sounds like a lot of other people had that same thing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let me tell you my version of this story. Okay. First and foremost, though, I had to, as soon as I finished the book, I was livid.
Oh, samesies.
I went right to my computer to type out some notes here. This is what I wrote. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm so incredibly mad and disappointed in myself for not picking up on this sooner.
For not seeing it.
Oh. It was right in front of you the entire book.
Yep.
He literally said he became a psychotherapist because he was fucked up and wanted to understand it and see if he could overcome it.
I forgot that part, but you're so right. He just put it right out there. He just spelled it right out.
I think it was in the first part of the book.
Yeah.
So,
oh my gosh.
I cannot believe this book. It's like reading ACOTAR for the first time and feeling so duped in book 2. Fucking Tamlin! Fucking Theo!
They both start with T's too, you damn T kids! Oh man. Theo and Tamlin, you dirty dogs.
But in all seriousness, I did really enjoy this book. It takes a special kind of creative mind to write a story like this. It kind of reminded me of a Christopher Nolan style writing. For those of you not into movies, he wrote the Christian Bale Batman trilogy, Inception, Memento, and all these other movies that all involve some kind of like twisted timeline or time hopping in the storytelling. So obviously that it drew some pretty big
reminiscent on that.
Yes, thank you.
So yeah, like the more I sit with it, the more I'm okay with it and the ending and how it all came together. But like as soon as I finished it, big mad. I was big mad.
Yep. For not seeing it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Describe your read.
Oh man, I read it in 1 week and it was like super nice. It was a blend of Mix and Kindle. It was the greatest thing. So I had a hardcover copy, which I love. I love reading hardcover. But then it also came up on my Kindle queue on my Libby. It was like, it's your turn. I was like, yeah. So I would read, I think I read the Kindle at school and then I left my hardcover copy at home and then I would just flip to the chapter that I got to and like I was dual reading. It was great. There were times when I was like, ignoring my responsibilities as a mother to like finish reading. I'm like, just go play outside. And then I could like read a couple chapters.
I love that. The dual Kindle and hard copy.
Yeah.
That's prime.
Oh yeah.
Can't beat that.
Yep.
Although how did you get your Kindle to like jump up to where you needed it to be after reading the hard?
It's a newer Kindle. So it's like a touchscreen one. So I can go up and hit chapters and then go, I just would have to remember, I left off on chapter 30 at home and then I just fast forward to chapter 30.
Oh, so you're telling me my Kindle from 2005.
Yeah, I did have one of those and it died last year and I got a new fancy one now. Yeah, they're nice.
So
they're nice because the screen kind of like gently backglows so I don't even need a book light when I'm reading at night.
What?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's nice.
I mean, I am talking about using a Kindle that's 20 years old, so I guess I can't be too upset.
You just wait. When it's time to upgrade that bad boy, you are going to be pleased.
Okay. So it took me about a week to read this book. It was engaging all the way through, but it was like the chapters were so short that I just was like, I'm going to read a couple and then I found it easy to step away up until part 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
But right off the bat, I knew this was going to be a mystery. So I was like, jot down my thoughts after each part. Make a guess.
Ooh,
like,
look at you being all organized.
Because I wanted to figure it out.
Yeah.
Then I had some organized thoughts on figuring out this mystery. Well, okay. It's Saturday afternoon. I end part 3 and I'm hooked. So of course I just sped read right to the end and I didn't follow through.
You didn't get the journal.
I'll never know if I would have gotten it right.
You did. I texted you too when I was like right towards the end and you're like, okay, tell me now. Who do you think it is? I gave you like 3 and I was like, but then I kind of like talked myself out of all 3 of them and then I was not even close. So I would not. No, definitely didn't get it.
Okay. I need to tell you, at one point, I literally said, doesn't he realize he's doing something just like what happened to Alicia?
Oh, so that's even worse because you did see it and notice it. I didn't even like put that together at all.
I literally had the thought and I still didn't see the ending coming.
So yeah, I guess you are dumber than me. So
wow.
Or we're just both big dumb nuts. Although I will be fair to us. Anybody that we talked to and gathered opinions online from, none of them were able to make those connections either. So I think Alec Michael is just really good at writing.
Yep. Fantastic story.
So, okay. Who is your favorite character, Jordan?
I had a hard time picking anyone outside of Theo. I know he ends up being the bad guy, but that happens in like the last.
It sure does. They save it right there to the end.
So with the story being written from his perspective, it really created a unique bond with his character. And you just you don't know he's totally unhinged until the very end.
Yeah.
So for the majority of the book, I was on his team. I was rooting for him to get the answer and to work up the courage to leave his wife, Kathy.
Yeah. She was bad.
Yeah, she was. So, Theo. But I do want to have a special shout out to Elif.
Oh, yeah. She'd be crazy.
She was so crazy. But there was just some kind of weird charisma with her.
Yeah.
Where I loved her scenes. I absolutely loved her scenes. So I just wanted to shout her out.
She was a good, side character, sort of red herring. You think maybe she's somewhat involved in some of this here. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you're totally right. There are no good characters.
No.
Granny Therapist maybe would be the only good.
She's the only good person.
Yeah. Do wish we could remember her name, but alas.
Yep. That's okay.
So I guess I'm picking Yuri. I thought he was going to be a pretty good guy until he turned out to be a drug dealer. I thought he was going to be better. He was going to be the one, golden light there in that house, trying to lift the people up in the bad situation that they're in. And then he's just side hustling.
Oh, Yuri.
Yeah.
Just as a side note, I love that name.
It is a cool name.
Yeah, it's good. Okay. We are having some character cocktails.
Ooh, yeah. In delightful glasses that you can't see.
Yes. So I made us a upset down. Turn it around. Okay. Because this book flipped me on my head, I present you the upside down cake mocktail.
I knew there was pineapple in it. I knew it. I could smell it. Yep.
So obviously inspired by the pineapple upside down cake. It's pineapple juice, maraschino cherry juice, and a little splash of sparkling water.
Ooh, yep.
And there's supposed to be some caramel or butterscotch syrup in there, but I didn't have that. No. So you're not getting that today.
It's still pretty good. Jordan, you want to tell them where most of your drink ended up?
Most of my drink ended up on the rug.
Narrowly missing the equipment. Oh, boy.
Narrowly. Thank you to the 3 dogs helping us record today. One of them knocked over the light stand into the desks and spilling said drink everywhere.
Yeah.
Did I mention that there is maraschino cherry juice in here?
It's red in case you don't know what color that is. And the carpet is white.
Oh, so yeah.
But you did good. You got it cleaned up.
Thank you. What are your...
So, okay, character cocktail that I've made. I've concocted something for Theo, and I've come up with a really dry, dark, just thick and heavy red wine to represent his dark soul. A gross $8 bottle of Merlot that's got chunks hanging in it. You just found it in the basement, in college.
Nasty.
Or port wine.
Oh.
Barf. Ugh. Who drinks port wine? If you drink port wine, we want to hear from you. Email us. Because what's wrong with you? It's like cough syrup.
Yeah, it's so thick.
Oh, God. It's not good.
No,
it's not good.
I don't know. I do not understand the appeal.
No.
It has to be an acquired taste.
I don't know, man. I don't want to be that taste acquiring.
I used to feel that way about beer.
Okay, me too. Yeah, and now you're right. Oh no, when we're old granny therapists, are we going to be in the port? I just need some more port, Jordan. I look forward to it.
Oh, do we? I guess.
I suppose.
All right, Leah. Highs and lows.
Ooh, yeah. Okay. High. I like the concurrent plot threads. That's always so fun. When they're kind of intersecting and weaving. The psychology was really interesting for me. No brag. Took psychology in college and I loved it. It was a cool class. I found that part really cool. And the whole the therapists exhibiting sucking the feelings out of their patients and manifesting them. That was weird. So I didn't know, is that what a psychoanalyst is? I just thought a psychoanalyst was a British term for therapist. So I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
Keyword on the psycho for Theo there. Do they really feel it though? Or is this I'm just faking it for my patient? I don't know.
I've never heard of that either. I don't know if that is, it has to be some kind of form of therapy.
I feel like, yeah.
Or cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT. I've done that.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this other version.
Right,
though.
where I'm your therapist and I'm crying because you're selling something sad. I don't know.
Seems weird.
Yeah. I did also, I really like the psychology of like, no one's born evil. Like, really makes parenting seem like a pretty weighty job. Like, you're kind of the one that's going to fuck your kid up if they're going to mess up. So, no pressure, parents. So, like, yeah, the motif of parental influence was nicely kind of woven into everywhere.
Yeah. All right. My highs are the obscured timeline, hands down. Masterful writing, stringing us along up until the very end. We were given so many suspects along the way to trick us into looking for clues on each of them. And when the Grandmaster clue was given at the start of the book, when Theo first talked about why he chose to study psychology and become a psychotherapist and his theory on why others study it. Like,
yep.
It was very clear.
Right there. Bing, 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 bing. Didn't see it.
Right then and there, we should not have trusted him. And yet we felt terrible for him when he discovered Kathy's affair. We as readers felt sympathy for a character who cannot feel sympathy himself.
Ooh.
Truly astonishing stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah, that was really well done. Like we definitely felt for him.
Yep.
And then we learned that we should have hated him instead.
Yeah. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's good writing. Milo, Kathy cheating. That bitch. Like, why? Oh, I mean, I get like you had to add that plot point in there, but that was like dagger to the heart. And also, who would be dumb enough to leave sex open on your Gmail with your computer open? Like, what are you doing? Unless, like Theo said, she wanted to get caught, but like they never really resolved that issue there.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, come on, girl.
Yeah, really bad on her part. She had to want to get caught.
Yeah, there was something going on there.
Yeah. Milo is the Christian storyline. It was probably the weakest part for me.
Yeah.
It didn't add a ton to the story. Like, he probably could have been removed and we still would have had a great story remaining.
He was like a mild suspect for me there for a minute.
Oh,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah.
He was a suspect. But yeah, his secret therapy sessions with Alicia prior to the killing did not contribute to the reason for her killing Gabriel.
Right.
His entire storyline was there to just show us that Theo doesn't have sympathy for the guy, which happens so late in the book that it was practically meaningless.
Yeah. And also secret therapy. Like, ooh, that does not sound like a good morally business safe practice to engage in.
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking.
No good, guy. And you know what? I would have loved to have seen these like Alicia paintings. You know, sometimes in books they have like just a little like, here's what the picture would be like. Like that would be really nice for me. I feel like just to like really picture it.
Yeah, that would be cool because there were a lot of paintings.
Right.
At a minimum, the one of the fat ant.
Yeah.
That would have been great.
Yes. Or like the self-portrait after she killed him. I would have really liked to have seen that.
Yeah.
I feel like
I mean,
that would have been cool.
That one, the fire escape.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah. So, Jordan, best and worst scene.
Okay.
What you picking?
Best, I'm going with his first session with Alicia.
She stabs him.
Yeah. I was truly surprised at her incredibly violent reaction to him. It seemed so misplaced at the time, and she almost got away with it too.
Yep.
She was so close to killing him. I knew as soon as the panic button was brought into story that it would be used at some point. Ooh. I had just expected it would be way down the line. I should have known then and there that I was in for a story that was not going to reward me for trying to figure out what was going to happen. This book wanted to be unpredictable, and it was.
Yep. You win. You got that right, guy. I really like the diary. Like, I thought getting those little snippets into her life, like in the past, little bite-sized pieces. I am a sucker for a good backstory. And that was just like, I was eating that up. I was like, yes.
That was good.
Loving it.
Okay, my worst scene, probably the ending when Theo is not upset that he got caught. This is not true for antisocial personality disorders from what I have learned through my years of true crime podcasting. Okay? Obviously, I'm not an expert, so my understanding is more than likely flawed here. But I was under the belief that this personality disorder does whatever it takes to not get caught. He does what is best for him 100% of the time. Getting caught should be very upsetting to him. He should be panicking and trying to get out of this some way, not be relieved to be caught. So
was that? I wonder if that was like a little nugget for us to still feel a little sympathy for him. Like, see, I'm not truly a sociopath.
Could be.
Maybe.
Could be.
Mine was also the ending, but like I just wanted more closure. Like, let me catch a snowflake. What are you talking about? Like, you just like, I was sweating by this point, and I'm like, no. Like, I became more okay with it the more I sat with it. But like in that moment, I like slammed that book down, and I was mad.
Big mad.
Big mad.
All right. What would we change?
Ooh, okay. I really want to know, how did the cheating bastards, Gabriel and Kathy, meet? We never got that. I want that tea. Even if it's a little one sentence, like he came and photographed the crew for whatever play they were putting on. I want that. How else would you run into? I don't know. I want to know.
Yeah, that's fair. Also, same boat. No notes. Absolutely loved it. Instead of a change, I would like more elaboration on Elif taking paintbrush to the eyeball.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that was graphic. Oh yeah.
Literally audible sounds
Yeah.
happened when I read that scene.
Yep.
But okay. It seems like it was an overreaction on Alicia's part, considering all Elif said was that Theo was in love with her. Alicia attacking Theo in the beginning made more sense because she recognized him as her kidnapper. So obviously.
Right.
But Elif taunting her seems like a pretty big escalation for the level of violence that ensued.
Had she been violent to anyone else besides Theo? Alicia?
I don't know.
Yeah, because that seemed...
I think yes. I think there was because she...
Oh, yeah, she was heavily medicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe Alicia is just that crazy these days.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean... I can't even fathom not talking voluntarily for 6 years. What are you talking about? I can't go 6 seconds without talking.
Yeah, that's
even when I'm
crazy.
asleep. Paul's like, you laugh in your sleep, right? It's like, no.
Yeah, and like her journal entries made her seem way more sane than this.
Yeah, like I could tell at the beginning because Gabriel wanted her to journal. Why? Because he thought she was unhinged or something or unhappy. And was that just him gaslighting her because she was like suspected he was cheating or something? Because that's why she started the journals, I recall.
Okay.
Like
yeah.
Gabriel told her like, I got to write this down.
Yep.
Because he wanted her, because he made her go to therapy on the DL with what's his face, Christian.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, I want more of that too.
Yeah.
And I thought Max, the brother-in-law, the fat lawyer, I thought that was a little like underdeveloped. Like, ooh, you got some good drama there. I feel like there could have been a few more scenes or a few more flashbacks of how like creepy and disgusting he was.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Ooh, here we go.
Long awaited. FMK, Leah.
FMK. All right. Well, I'm effing Gabriel since it seems like everybody just wants to jump this guy's bones. So sign me up, I guess.
Good grief. Is it terrible I want to pick the dead guy? Gabriel seems pretty competent considering the woods scene we were given.
Yeah.
A little spicy
A little
there.
spicy. Messy, too. Dirt. No, thank you.
Twigs.
Twig. Yeah, like
Leaves.
ants. Come on. Let's be real.
All right. Who's your Mary?
Well, okay. Like, none of these people were very likable. Like, Yuri probably would have been top runner, but then drug dealing, no, that's a hard pass for me. So I picked Max because, like, all right, he's a lawyer, so he'll be rich. At least I'll be living in a nice house. And then, I mean, like, he's got the crush on Alicia. He probably wouldn't pay too much attention to me, so I could just sit in my nice house in my study and read my books and live my life.
Oh, okay. Going for the dream life there.
Yeah.
Which is solo, but...
Yeah, well, I mean, none of these guys are worth the walk down the aisle, so what are you going to do?
That's a fantastic point. Yeah. There are zero good options.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Everyone is either a cheater or mentally ill and unstable.
Yep. Or real old.
That too. Well, the only person I would trust enough to marry is Diomedes.
The old one!
The old one, yes. He plays a lot of music, so that would be nice.
Yeah.
He's also really smart and knowledgeable
Very
in a
wise.
topic that I would love to discuss at length.
You would
So,
have good talks.
Yeah, good conversations. Also, he could probably help me.
Oh, yeah. You're pretty messed up.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, absolutely. Think there'd be some really good work that could be done. And it would be free.
That was a joke.
He is married to his work. So it would probably be a lonely marriage. Yeah. But
you could come hang out with me in my library.
Oh, you're right. I was thinking I would just get some dogs. But
yeah, well, that too. But
we could just podcast even more.
Yes, we could have a full-on real podcast room.
Hey, I'm trying my best.
No,
here.
this is far exceeding my expectations for what I could have envisioned for us to get. So mad props. You guys will be seeing pics soon.
All right.
All right. Well, I gotta kill Theo. Like, he's naughty. He does some bad stuff. He messed up a lot of other people's lives too. So I feel like, if he was just out of there, other people would be fine.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wasn't picking Theo. I was debating between two. I was either gonna pick Kathy or the brother-in-law.
Ooh.
And I decided I was gonna go with the brother-in-law.
Well, now who am I gonna marry? Wait. Kill him after the I get the inheritance or whatever. Yeah, okay.
You can get his life insurance policy.
Yeah, that. Yes.
So I'll kill him. Okay.
All right, thank you.
So yeah.
Appreciate that. And then you can go get therapy afterwards.
Yeah. Okay, so Kathy, I decided, is serving a tough enough life sentence being married to Theo.
Ooh, yep.
Who will always do what's best for himself for forever.
Yeah.
And she's like in major depression over the death of Gabriel and literally is just wallowing in her own
Oh my gosh, you're right. I forgot.
Yeah.
So she would have known that he was murdered then.
Yes.
But she couldn't even have talked about it to Theo because then she would have been like, oh,
but Theo
my
knows.
side piece. Yeah. So he can see why she's depressed.
And he's literally letting her be depressed and not letting her off the hook.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So,
see, I could totally see him like bringing that back to her at some point, being like, I know you were cheating on me and here's how I know. And then like years later, her being like, wait, what? You knew? Didn't say anything? Like, like
she's just
punishing her forever.
Yep. So I'm opting for the brother-in-law. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right.
He's the real one.
He's the real one.
And by that, I mean a real predator and piece of shit.
Ooh, you got that right. No arguments here.
Okay. Forcing his tongue in Alicia's mouth is so nasty. Ugh. And telling her he loves her when she has clearly made no advances towards him. What in the world is he doing? He needs a good knee to the balls reality check.
Damn. Yep. And how did Gabriel let this go on? Like, I feel like she told him, right? Like, your brother Max is coming on to me.
No.
And she never told him?
No, I don't think so.
Oh. Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know. I know she expressed that she didn't like him, and Gabriel was just like, it's fine. He's my brother. And I think you're right. So I think she never did tell him.
Yeah. I don't think she told him the extent of how uncomfortable he makes her.
Like,
which uncomfortable is downplaying what's happening.
To the mat. Yeah. That's a harassment. There we go. I was like, not assault. Well, yeah, assault. She got assaulted. Yeah.
She absolutely did.
That tongue.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right, it's time for surprise question. All right, you want mine or yours first? Which is funny because they're actually both, because I forgot to write one, so Jordan wrote one for me.
I was like, okay. Okay, I'll go first. Okay. Put yourself in Alicia's shoes because your husband Paul is a major sweetheart and you'll never actually be in this situation.
Better not.
So let's set the scene.
All right.
You think you're in a loving, committed relationship with your husband, but turns out he's having an affair. How do you want to find out? I'll give you a couple choices to get the thought process going, but feel free to come up with your own. Option 1, you stumble across the affair on his phone or laptop.
Ooh.
Option 2, your best friend caught him cheating and she tells you. Option 3, some stranger approaches you in a coffee shop and it's the spouse on the other side of the affair who found out.
Oh, okay.
Or option 4, being held at knife point by said party from the other side of the affair.
Not that one. I definitely feel like I need either my eyes or someone's eyes that I trust very well to have seen this. And then there's no gaslighting me out of it. It's like, no, I saw you. Like, you can't talk me out of this. Yeah, like I've seen you in the act.
So option 1, you seeing it on a phone or laptop?
No,
not enough.
I feel like there'd be window of opportunity for someone to talk around that. Like, it's not what you think. And, it's just an emotional affair. Like, nope. I need someone to witness.
Okay.
Okay. How about you? The knife point, right? That's what you're picking?
Yeah, I think so. I truly think that's the situation I want to be in my lifetime.
Yeah, like let's just add trauma to trauma. So
held that knife point and tied up to a chair.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, no. I think I would love the best friend telling me.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks for that person.
Right.
But as long as it's obviously they're my best friend, so I'm trusting them. And I know that they're doing right by me. So I just feel like that would probably be the best.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, my question, that's actually Jordan's question, but it's a good question, is, all right, Alicia painting the grove on fire and her and Theo in the painting. Is he leading her out into safety or is he dragging her into the fire?
Yeah, so it's the whole book. You're thinking it's Theo saving her.
Yeah. Because that's what he wants us to think. He's the martyr.
Yes.
He's I'm going to do this for her.
Right. And the book is written from his perspective. But it's got to be Theo bringing Alicia into the
lighting
fire.
that bitch up. Yeah.
Yeah. Because he
set the whole
thing up. Yeah. He did this.
Yeah.
Just.
But that's another one, too. Like how he must be like sideways. So he could either be moving left or right. Because if he's full on facing you and holding Alicia, he's obviously running away from it, right? And if his back is to you and he's entering the room, he's obviously going into it. So it must be like a sideways situation. Again, I want to see these paintings. Like, I don't have the artsy mind where I can visualize this. We should have just plugged it into AI and be like, give me this image.
Oh, we could have. We'll have to try that sometime.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Okay, so I will explain the Harry Potter legendary scale of rating, and then you tell us where you're rating yours. And I'll tell you mine.
Okay.
So, is this book a 5 out of 5, a Hogwarts? It's a masterpiece. It's a place you want to return to again and again. True classic, no major flaws. Is it a 4 out of 5? The Burrow. It's heartwarming. It's magical. It feels like coming home. Might be a little messy, but it's full of charm. Or are we 3 out of 5? A Diagon Alley. It's a bit crowded with ideas. Few things don't quite work, but you can find some real gems here. 2 out of 5 is a Privet Drive. Not an easy read. It's a bit dull, and you're just waiting for the magic to happen. Or 1, Azkaban. A truly punishing experience. This book is a chore to get through and has you feeling utterly drained by the end.
Yeah, okay. I'm going with The Burrow. That's
okay.
4 out of 5.
Okay.
I bounced between 4 and 5.
Ooh.
Ultimately decided to go with 4 because for some reason this book didn't have its claws in me really until the last 30 pages or so. So there is something about it that was missing for me. I haven't quite been able to figure out what that missing piece is though. I'm reserving 5 for books that are truly special to me.
Oh, yeah, like just living rent-free
Yep.
up in the head. Yep. Okay, so I'm in between 2. I'm between Diagon Alley and The Burrow. So I'm like at a 3.5. Like, I'm not going to pick this book up again and read it. It didn't make me want to like go back and revisit.
Yep.
I'm glad I read it. It was super interesting, super intense. I'm highly recommending other people check it out too. But it didn't, like you said, there were just a few gaps in there. And the ending did make me so mad. But again, I'm more okay with it now. But at the time, big mad.
Yeah, this book on Goodreads is clocking in at 4.17 stars out of 3 million ratings.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
All right.
I'm correct.
The people like it. Yeah, the people like it. I gave it, on Goodreads, I gave it a 3, but in my review, I said 3.5, and mostly again because the ending.
All right, who are you recommending this book to?
Oh, okay. Well, I am recommending this book to someone who's maybe like fallen away from reading for a while and wants to get back into it because it's a pretty fast pace. It keeps you interested. And so I'm actually recommending this book to my husband, Paul, because it's been like 3 years since he's like read like a full book. And I don't know how this guy lives. I don't know how no, I'm kidding. But I think this would be a good one to get him back into it. Because he gets bored pretty easily within a book. Like if it's not keeping his attention, he's like, what am I doing here?
Yeah, I think this book the chapters are short, so it feels like you're making good progress. And it's always like moving forward.
Yeah.
It's never stalled. So,
Yes, there's no like, let's sit and just,
yeah.
we're in a swamp.
Yep. So I think it could keep his attention. Okay, I'm recommending this book. I love what you said about people getting back into reading. I totally agree with all of that. My person pick is my sister Paige.
Paige!
She loves good mystery books with twists and turns. The more fucked up, the better.
Oh, she likes the twisty.
Yeah, cough, cough, Verity.
Ooh.
Cough, cough. So,
Oh, boy. Yeah, Verity and this book would be good friends.
yeah I think so. So, yeah, that's who I'm recommending. You got any thoughts on first read versus a reread?
Yeah, like I said, I don't plan to read it again. I would maybe be somewhat interested in just going back and reading those first few pages where it was like, here I am telling you what's up, and then we like totally missed it.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't see me going back to do it again.
No, I think a reread would be really boring.
Because so you'd be like,
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, unless you want to go back and find all the clues, I could see someone wanting to do that. But outside of that,
Yeah.
nah.
No. So for the cover design, I was today years old when I looked very closely at it and realized there is an actual face on the cover.
Are you kidding me?
I looked at it and I just was like, ooh, it's kind of haunting and sort of off-white. And I just...
Shut up.
Yep, did not.
It's a pair of lips.
Yeah, I know now.
Oh, good Lord.
Okay, I must have a blind spot when it comes to hidden faces on books like this because the book Speak has this on it. There's another book that I can vividly remember in 7th grade reading and someone talking about like, yeah, I love the face on the cover. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And then I look and I'm like, oh my gosh. So this has happened to me 3 times now that I'm reflecting on this. What is wrong with me? Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
Yikes. So
Yikes is correct.
Yeah.
Next time we read a book with the face on the cover, I'll make sure to point it out.
Okay, be
right
like,
away.
Leah, did you see the face?
Yeah.
What? Where? Oh boy. Yeah.
All right. What do we have for fan thoughts?
Oh my gosh, we had a lot of feedback on this one, which is so exciting. You guys, we love this when you give us feedback, so keep hitting us up on Instagram. Jackie J gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. Libby M said, quote, I liked it, a bit psychological with a little twist at the end, kept my attention and easy to read, unquote. Little twist at the end, lips. Ange K, Hannah W, Joe D, Alex R, Angela K, all loved it, couldn't put it down, had nothing but good things to say about it. KM Valali, I'm pronouncing that wrong, sorry, had a hot take quote that I loved from Instagram. She said, I heard someone say something like this one time, quote, a reveal is an answer to a question you've asked the whole time, but a twist is the answer to a question you didn't even know to ask. Unquote. And I felt like that was it. Like that part, like the twist. I was like, I didn't even know I should have been thinking that. So that was good.
Yep.
May's cousin Jenny R said, this book grabbed me with such intensity and didn't let go. I was hooked beginning to end, and what a twist! And then mind blow. 5-star read. Thrillers are my favorite genre, so I don't rate 5 stars lightly. And Jenny already gave us a bunch of like other good psychological books too on the TBR pile to podcast at a later date. So we're very excited. Thank you, Jenny.
Awesome. Wow. That's so much
I know.
feedback.
It was so much fun. Yes, looking at everybody's comments. So please follow us on Instagram and tell us all the things.
Oh, that is amazing. Okay.
Do you have any actor thoughts on who you want?
This is supposed to be a segment.
Yeah.
Actor portrayals. I'm going to tell you I didn't do this.
See, and I didn't do it either because I never pictured any of these people with features. I just pictured Max as fat. I don't even know if did they describe him as fat? I just pictured him as real fat.
I don't know.
So
I think he was a little rotund.
Okay. Yeah, he was fat in my eyes. So
all right.
So no actor picks there.
Yeah, that's fine. You know what? We're not perfect, everybody.
You know what? It's fine. You also want to know a fun fact? This is our 3rd time recording this episode. Maybe even 4th. I've lost count.
All right, let's wrap this up.
You bet.
What are some other psychological thrillers that you've read and recommend? Let us know at Once.Upon.A.Hot.Take@gmail.com or on Instagram or TikTok. We would love to hear from you. If you enjoyed today's episode, go and leave us a review and give us a follow so more book lovers can find our show.
Yes, please. We will be covering Portrait of a Thief next. Wow, good segue. So send us your thoughts on that one. Check Instagram also for our upcoming book schedule. We've gotten much better at making a schedule in advance and putting it out there so people can actually like read the books ahead of our recording sessions and be ready for our next episodes. So remember, fairy tales are just the beginning. Unplug for a bit and dive into the next adventure with us.
Bye.
Bye.